Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be going through the top 10 weapons in Black Ops 4 right now. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Make sure to leave your list of your top 10 videos down in the comment section below. I'm very interested to see what weapons is your favourites, but anyway, let's just get straight into this. By the way, these are not in any order whatsoever, they are completely random. I'm just going to be listing 10 of the best weapons to use right now, so make sure to go ahead and give these weapons a go, and yeah, you guys would not regret it. But anyway, so as you can see, the first weapon is going to be the KN57. Now the KN57 is an assault rifle, and you know, it's basically like KN. There's been KN94s, you know, every Call of Duty has like a KN kind of gun, and it usually is one of the best weapons in the game, and I do feel like this is one of the top weapons. It is very good to use. There's not much recoil on it. It's got a nice steady fire rate, so you guys don't have much recoil, and you guys can get a good accuracy of this weapon. And yeah, it has some good attachments on it as well. So what I usually run on this weapon is hybrid mags, reflex sight, and rapid fire. Rapid fire is kind of needed because I feel like this weapon does have a bit of a slower fire rate than the other weapons, so it is a needed attachment in my opinion. But of course you guys can go ahead and stick on whatever attachments you guys like to. Now I've been using this gun a lot lately. I've made several videos on this weapon, different class setups, different gameplays and stuff like that. I've had several nuclears with it. This weapon is very good on hardcore or core. This gameplay in the background is on core. Now the only thing that this weapon maybe struggle a little bit with is killing those people at like really far ranges. So usually with something like the ICR, it'll be easy to get people from a far range, but this weapon unfortunately you can't get those people at really far ranges because it has got quite a slow fire rate. But anyway, that is the first weapon on today's list. The next weapon is going to be the Cordite. Now the Cordite in this game is definitely one of the best SMGs. It's definitely one of the top SMGs, maybe one of the top 3 SMGs. But the Cordite is a very good weapon in hardcore and core. The gameplay I'm using in the background is a core gameplay. Now in this video I'm not just showing core ones, I'm going to be showing core and hardcore ones, just mix it up a little bit so it's not all just core. But yeah, so this weapon is very good in hardcore and core. This weapon also comes with a bout feed, and trust me, the bout feed is very good on this weapon. It basically gives you, I believe, 800 bullets or something like that. Maybe like, it's around like 700 or 800 bullets. It gives you a lot of bullets anyway, and it gives you it in a bout feed, so basically you can just continuously shoot, but there is a catch. You can't just continuously shoot and it won't ever run out. Obviously it will run out, and also it has a cooldown timer, so you guys can't shoot for like 10 minutes, and it has a cooldown timer, so you can only shoot for about, I don't know, maybe like 15 to 20 seconds or something, and maybe pick up about 4 or 5 kills or so, and then your weapon will jam and you'll have to like cock the bullet back and sort the chamber out and all that stuff, and yeah, it'll basically allow you to start shooting again. And it does usually take quite a while. It takes about 3 seconds or so, or 2 seconds to actually do this animation, so that can be one of the downsides to using the bout feed. So if you guys don't want to use the bout feed, then I'd definitely go ahead and use extended mags. On this weapon though, I like to use grip, I believe, rapid fire, and the bout feed. This weapon does not need any reflex sight because, in my opinion, it has one of the best iron sights in the game. It's very clean to use, very nice, and like just it's nice and easy to use. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's the perfect size, perfect shaped, and I really do like the shape on this weapon. Now as you can see in this gameplay in the background, I just dropped my strike team and my attack chopper. I'm on a 10 kill streak right now. Yeah, so it's a very good weapon. I absolutely love this weapon. I've been using it a lot lately. Make sure to go ahead and leave what your top 5 weapons are once again. I am quite interested into knowing what your guys' favourite weapons are. But anyway, let's get into the next weapon. So as you guys can see, the next weapon on this list is going to be the Madox RFB. Now this has to be one of the top weapons in this game. I absolutely love this weapon. It's so good. All the competitive people use it as well. It's literally one of the top weapons. It is absolutely insane. Such a smooth weapon. It doesn't have much recoil on it. It doesn't have much like, it's got a nice fire rate. It's got a nice quick fire rate. No recoil, as you can see. Fire rate's quick, no recoil. Now what I like to run on this class is an elo sight. I like to use double fast mags and double quick draw, and it makes this weapon really quick. There's literally no recoil, and you guys can just snap onto targets so quickly, and literally from any range this gun has to be one of the top weapons right now. So I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and using this weapon. Once again, I use double fast mags and double quick draw. You guys might want to use something else, but make sure to just mess around with the attachments and find what you guys like, and maybe you guys could find a very good combination of attachments. But anyway, let's just get straight into the next weapon. So the next weapon is going to be the Rampart 17, I think it's called. So this is the Scar remake from I believe Black Ops 2, if you guys remember that. It's a very, very good weapon. However, there's a catch to it. To make this weapon amazing, stick on high caliber 1 and high caliber 2. On this weapon, it comes with high caliber 1 and high caliber 2, and trust me, that is the best thing to use on this weapon. Basically what high caliber does is it increases the headshot lethality. I don't have a clue how to say that, but yeah, it makes the headshot damage higher. So basically when you get headshots, it will be more damage to the head, and literally you'll see a lot of times in like the gameplay in the background, if you get a lucky headshot on anyone, they will instantly die. If you get like one shot into them and then you get a shot on their head, just like there for example, it literally mounts them. Trust me, give this weapon a go, and when you give it a go, stick on high caliber 1 and 2 and you guys will not regret it. Usually what I like to use on this weapon is high caliber 1, high caliber 2, fast mags and reflex sight. The iron sights on this weapon are pretty decent, but personally I do prefer the reflex sight. But obviously you guys might not prefer it. I'm pretty sure you can get ELO on this sight, on this gun. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, reflex sight is probably the best sight in my opinion to use on this weapon. I'd usually use an ELO sight, but on this weapon reflex is definitely better. So this gun was actually the gun I very first got my nuclear with in the beta, and then when the full game came out, I also got my very first nuclear with this weapon. It is a very, very good weapon to use. It's very easy to use. Literally anyone can use this weapon, and once again, stick on high caliber 1 and high caliber 2 and you guys will not regret it. It literally will completely demolish any enemy that gets in your way if you get that lucky headshot on them, or maybe just aim for the head. Try and aim for that head, and trust me, it will do you good and it will get you a lot of kills. But anyway, the next weapon is going to be the Swordfish. Now this weapon is a remake of the M8A7 from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. This was one of the best weapons in both of those games. It's basically a 4-round assault rifle, and yeah, it's really, really good weapon to use. I love this weapon. It's so good to use. Now trust me, if you guys haven't unlocked this weapon yet, because it is a high level unlock, I believe it's actually level 55 or 54, so you guys might not have it unlocked. I definitely recommend you guys using it on the permanent unlock. You guys will not regret that decision. And also, if you guys haven't yet, then you guys could go ahead and use the default class, because the default class is actually really, really good. The default class on it has the Penta Burst Operator mod on it, which makes it a 5-round burst instead of a 4-round burst, and this will make you be able to one burst people so easily. Trust me, you get so many one bursts with this weapon, and whenever you get a one burst with this weapon, I don't know what it is, but it is so satisfying just to get that one burst and see them just get killed in one burst. It's so satisfying to see that. It's such a nice weapon to use. It's probably one of the most satisfying weapons to use in this game, in my opinion, just because all of the time, to be fair, like if you get a one burst with this weapon, it is so nice to use. But anyway, that has been the Swordfish. So what I like to use on this weapon is, once again, the Penta Burst, which gives it a 5-round burst. I like to put hybrid mags on it, and I like to put, I believe, quick draw. So yeah, that has been that weapon. And I think I also like to put extended mags on it. I don't think you can. I can't quite remember. But yeah, it's been that's been the M8A7 or the Swordfish, and I get to you guys in the next weapon. So the next weapon is going to be the Hades. Now, I've made a video on this a few days ago. I made a best class up on this video, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, then you guys can go ahead on my channel and look at that video. That is completely up to you. But anyway, this is the Hades. So the Hades is an LMG on this game, and it's probably one of the best LMGs. The other LMGs are the VKM and the Titan, and personally, I would say that this is one of the better ones out of those three. The Titan comes in second, and then the VKM is last. But this weapon is just so unique, and it's so fun to use. It's so different. So basically, Why it's so different is it reminds me of the chainsaw from Call of Duty Ghost. Now, if you put the operator mod on it, as you can see, I have it in this gameplay in the background. As you can see, when you aim in, it has a increased hip fire accuracy kind of crosshair aiming thingy. I don't know how to explain it, but you guys can see what I mean in the background in the gameplay. You don't have to actually aim in into the iron sights, and you have like a crossbar attachment on the side of your weapon, and it literally changes it into an absolute monster. Now, once again, this is an LMG, so it has a high amount of bullets in it. I believe it's like 70 bullets in a magazine or something like that, so you guys can pick up quite a lot of kills with this weapon if you guys are trying to get a lot of kills. Now, yeah, I definitely recommend you guys giving this weapon a go. It's definitely one of the top weapons in the game. But anyway, that has been the Hades, and let's get into the next weapon. So the next weapon is going to be the GKS. Now, the GKS is definitely one of the best hardcore weapons in the game. Every single hardcore player uses this. Literally, if you go into a hardcore lobby, you'll see at least half the team using this weapon. It is so good. It's such a good weapon. It has no recoil on it. It's basically, a lot of people call it the baby ICR or the mini ICR, and I'd call it that myself as well. I've always said that from day number one. I was like, this is like a mini ICR, and trust me, it is. It is actually such a good weapon. It's so fun to use as well. As you can see in the gameplay in the background, I did actually just get a nuclear medal, and then I died right after it. So yeah, if you guys use this weapon, then maybe you guys can get a nuclear medal as well if you guys are struggling. But anyway, the attachments I like to use on this weapon are reflex sight. You don't exactly need a reflex sight if you guys don't want to. The iron sights on this weapon are very nice, but I just use a reflex sight because I always have a space like left over in the attachment slot, so I always pull it on because why not? It will increase my accuracy a little bit. And then I also use grip 1 and 2. That is why this weapon reminds me of the mini ICR, because if you guys know, if you use the ICR, it has a grip 1 and 2 on it, and obviously with a grip 1 and 2, it will literally make the recoil non-existent. So I definitely recommend you guys using this class. And last but not least, I use quick draw on this weapon. But anyway, that has been the GKS. Let's get into the next weapon. So the next weapon is going to be the Titan. Now, this is another LMG. So the Titan has to be one of the best weapons. It's been a dominant weapon since the very beginning of the game. Now, I have a very nice clip here to show you guys. It is actually a kill chain. I get this at the very beginning of the round. I go to their spawn and I pick up a nice kill chain. It's very good, and this is an example of what you guys can do with this weapon, and that is why this weapon is definitely one of the most dominant and one of the best weapons in the game. So as you can see there, I got the kill chain challenge completed. Now this is definitely one of the best weapons to use. Trust me guys, use this weapon and you guys will not regret it. It is definitely one of the best weapons right now. I absolutely love this weapon. Now I do see a lot of people always complaining about this weapon, to be fair, because it's overpowered, it needs to get a nerf and all this stuff. I do see a lot of people complaining about it, and usually if you use the Titan, you might get some hate messages, because trust me, I've had my fair share of hate messages just from using this weapon. People have been calling me a hacker, people are saying I'm cheating, people are calling me a modder, literally just because I'm using the Titan. So if you guys want to feel like you're hacking, because trust me, it feels like you're hacking when you use this weapon, go ahead and use it. Now personally, what I use on this weapon is extended mags, reflex sight, and stock, and I think I use quick draw. I'm not quite sure, I'm pretty sure I use quick draw. So yeah, go ahead and try that class setup out, and trust me, you guys will not regret it. But anyway, that has been the Titan. Let's get on to the next weapon. So the next weapon is going to be the ICR. Now everyone uses this weapon, but I had to include it in today's video because it's definitely one of the best weapons. It's been one of the best weapons since the very beginning of the game. Everyone loves this weapon, like trust me, like literally everyone uses it. It's a very overused weapon, but trust me, if you guys are struggling with your accuracy or just getting better, getting more kills, maybe you guys want to go for a nuclear, this is the weapon to use if you guys are looking to improve on Black Ops 4. Now the ICR has next to zero recoil, it has a nice fire rate, and it has a nice feel to it. So this is actually a remake from the ICR as well in Black Ops 3. The ICR in Black Ops 3 also had like hardly any recoil, but this one has even less recoil. So if you guys remember the ICR from Black Ops 3, this one is literally insane. So make sure to give it a go, and you guys will not regret it. But anyway, I know this video was kind of long. I just wanted to talk about the top weapons in depth a bit more instead of just listing off a few weapons. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this weapon top 5 weapons video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a sub and a like, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.